তো শেয়ার হচ্ছে এটা ডাইরেক্ট অফ করে করা যাবে মানে আর করবে না মানে পরীক্ষামূলক এই যে এদেরগুলো অন করে তোমার আসবে না যদি আপডেট ভার্সন ডাউনলোড না আর শেয়ার করে দিলে আপনি টাইম নেবে চলে ব্লক করে দেয় কোয়ালিটি কেমন ফ্রেশ দেখা যায় মোটরটা তো ফ্রেশ নেই আসবে তো অডিও আসবে hello 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 কথা শোনা যায় না খুলে দিলেও কথা শোনা যাবে
Minutes later at 6:33 p.m., the command will be given to separate integrity from the Europe.
Currently at 13.27. We're currently at a mission elapsed time.
Always going to be a communications blackout in this case because of the velocity in which we're entering the Earth's atmosphere, the heat buildup will linger for a longer period of time, this case about 6 minutes in duration. We should reach that peak heating point at about 6:54 p.m. Central Time, at which point we will induce 2 roll reversals, computer commanded, on the vehicle. First rolling to the left, then back again to the right. This gentle swaying back and forth will dissipate energy on the spacecraft, basically reduce its velocity through the reduction of inertia. We'll come out of the blackout, if everything goes as planned, just a few seconds before 7 p.m. Central Time, and at that point we're just 7 minutes away from splashdown. We should reach an altitude of 50,000 feet at 7:02 and 37 seconds p.m. Central Time. And less than a minute later, we'll begin the critical deployment of a series of parachutes. First, the forward bay cover chutes will pull the top cover, if you will, or the forward bay cover of Integrity away from the rest of the vehicle. That will be followed just seconds later by the deployment of drogue chutes, and then finally the deployment of main chutes, the 3 main parachutes, at 7:04 and 44 seconds p.m. Central Time. With the mains out, we will monitor the rate of descent, with splashdown scheduled right now at 7:07 and 6 seconds p.m. Central Time, 5:07 and 6 seconds p.m. Pacific Time. Now that exact splashdown time will vary, and we will provide that for you when we see the chutes begin to unfurl following splashdown in the Pacific. Whether or not the spacecraft is upright in what's called a stable 1 configuration or upside down in stable 2, the 5 CMUS bags, CMUS is the acronym for Crew Module Uprighting System. These are 5 airbags basically at the top of the vehicle that will inflate through helium to upright the vehicle into its nominal orientation upright, the top of the vehicle pointed skyward. You will hear a difference in communications from the crew to what is called a very low data rate of VLDR. You'll hear the call out from the Capcom Jackie Mahaffey here in Mission Control. The change is because we no longer will be on the TDRS system, but rather on S-band communications. The crew also has available to it a SARSAT communications capability to the recovery forces on the USS John P. Murtha, and the Navy helicopters and the fast boats that will be approaching the spacecraft to begin the process of ensuring that the vehicle is safe and free from toxic gases before erecting a raft called the front porch along the side of the vehicle that will be the precursor to the opening of the hatch and the extraction of the vehicle. The control of this flight by the flight control team here in Houston is not complete with the handover to the exploration ground systems folks who are working in concert with the Navy. That handover is not complete until the crew has been extracted and is in the raft waiting to be harnessed to be hoisted aboard a pair of Navy helicopters that will take the crew back to the deck of the USS John P. Murtha. So there's a snapshot for you of the major highlights for entry coming up on Friday evening. To put it into perspective, when we reach the first traces of the Earth's atmosphere at 400,000 feet, traveling some 30 times the speed of sound, it will be just 14 minutes until splashdown at a rate of just 19 miles an hour. The deceleration rather dramatic, but it should be imperceptible to the crew. The crew is expected to pull no more than about 3.9 Gs during peak velocity during its entry back to Earth for its splashdown in the Pacific. And just a reminder, our mission status briefing coming up at the bottom of the hour at 2:30 p.m. Central, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Integrity Houston for CM Prop Hot Fire. We are ready when you are.
Houston, we are at the, well, I am at the displays and we are ready for CM Hot Fire.
Houston copies. Going in work. Integrity Houston, hot fire complete. We are assessing the data.
Sounds great, and just per the training, we still see the temps coming up, and everything looks extremely clean on board.
Houston copies.
This is Mission Control Houston, another check mark heading toward entry on the list of things to be accomplished, that being a quick hot fire of the crew module thrusters. This designed just to ensure that the thrusters are in ship-shape form prior to the point at which they will be used for the remainder of the mission. The propulsion system in good shape. The propulsion officer here in Mission Control happy with what he's seeing.